We're in Southern California. We are nerding out. We are checking out all kinds of stuff that you'll be hearing about in about a month.
Yep.
Yeah, we're very embargoed, but we are getting a taste of what is to come in video games in 2015. How are you guys feeling about video games in 2015? Ben?
I am feeling better about video games than I did at this time last year, for sure. I mean, maybe some of this is just sort of a glow, an afterglow of 75 hours worth of The Witcher 3. We'll be talking about at some point in the future, and I could talk about forever, but I really love that game. It's been a good year so far. If you look at Bloodborne, Mortal Kombat,
Dying Light.
I love
Dying Light.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
That too.
And then we've got E3, and then we come back from E3 and we're playing Batman, and in between that we got Splatoon.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of good games in the front half of this year.
Yeah.
And we can't talk about the things that we've seen this week, but there's some good things coming later this year, and I think this could finally be the turnaround, or maybe they're finally slowly coming around, like we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Steve, are you feeling the same way? Are you optimistic about the games we will play?
Yeah, I really feel like we are at the beginning of the turnaround. I mean, some stuff's been pushed to 2016. We're not going to see The Division this year. We're not going to see Uncharted this year, but we are seeing, stuff like The Witcher, like Splatoon. We're going to have Batman when we get back. We're going to have Mad Max. We're going to have some good stuff coming this fall. We got Battlefront coming up. It's kind of like we're seeing the dividends pay off more in 2015. I mean, last year was a little bit of a bust,
Yeah.
So finally,
a lot of bit of a bust.
There's some bright lights, and we're seeing some really ridiculously cool smaller stuff too.
Yeah, and
true.
it does feel like this sort of indie movement has been fully embraced and things have been realized and great stuff is bubbling up. You and I just reviewed Crypt of the Necrodancer, which blew my mind.
Necrodancing again,
unbelievable
Whoa,
game.
That sounds gross. Don't do any necrodancing.
But this week we got a chance to play a little Metal Gear and play a little Batman. And I had a reflection on that last night. I was like, holy crap, man! Any other year, those two games would just be enormous.
Yeah.
And in 2015, when it felt like things may be starting to, wind down a little bit for AAA, we certainly keep hearing buzz and rumors about that stuff. To get those two specific titles and a whole lot more feels awesome.
And I think what's also awesome about it is like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I get a little tired when I think of all these franchises and like another Batman. And I'm sorry, but seriously,
it's okay.
It's like
you're never invited back in the
I know. You've uninvited me so many times after my Batman comments, but no, seriously, right? Like, another this, another that, the same franchises over and over again. But there is something exciting about them appearing on these new platforms and actually using the power. And it's been like these platforms have been out for a while now, so it's hard to remember that like this is the first time Batman's going to be on the new gen consoles. Like this is really, and they're going to do a lot more with it.
Yeah.
And it's easy to forget that like, they haven't put one out yet on the PS4, Xbox One. So I'm excited about seeing what they're going to do with these new, versions of old games on the new systems. That's always cool.
This is the year we're finally leaving the last gen behind. We're not tied to the cross-platform titles.
Right.
It's all next gen. And yeah, like you said, that's finally letting the devs unleash the power of the systems that we kind of were promised when we first bought these things, like way back.
Yeah, and look, The Witcher 3, man, like that's a big, gnarly, beautiful open world game that you kind of couldn't do on last gen systems.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Bethesda is going to be bringing out. When you think of Skyrim, right? That was on an old system, man.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with this power? If The Witcher can pull this off, what are we going to see?